But I want to share a moment from the Cup race post-race press conference on Sunday, actually. But before we do that, I want to flash back to last year at Portland. This was a question that I asked Shane Van Gisbergen. A lot of talk, obviously, about his now 4 Cup Series victories, what he's also done, in the Xfinity Series here, this brilliant battle that he's had with Connor Zilic the last 2 races, Sonoma and Chicago. When are you going to win on an oval? What oval tracks do you think might give you the best shot to do that? Here's how SVG responded at Portland after winning that Xfinity race in 2024.
Are there any ovals in particular you're looking at coming up to the schedule that you think you might have a shot at taking a win?
The left-handed ones.
Fair enough.
That's still golden. Yeah. Any of them will do.
Well, and I'll tell you, my ears perked up because Noah Reed, West Coast Sports News, was in the media center with us on Sunday and asked a very similar question to the one that I asked after Portland last year. And like I said, my ears perked up right away because I knew what Shane was going to say when Noah finished his question. Take a listen to this.
You mentioned obviously the progression on the ovals. I'm curious if there's an oval that you either have visited or are going to visit with the Cup Series that you're kind of itching to get that first oval win at.
All the left-handed ones.
Great answer. He just had it ready to go. It's one of his loaded questions or loaded answers for that kind of question. He's just ready for it. Exact same.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Basically verbatim. I think he said all the left-handed ones this time. So he added one word in there, but basically the exact same answer to, like I said, a very, very similar question there. But like I said last year, I think that it obviously gets a chuckle out of everybody in the media center and everybody watching at home, I guess. But I think it speaks very highly to his drive and his passion. And I don't know. I thought about in the moment, trying to still figure out how to do the whole media thing. Wasn't sure what the ethics of it would have looked like there. But I wish at least after the press conference I could have tracked him down and asked if he remembered me asking basically the same question last year. But maybe should have followed up by asking, as a follow up to that, what gives you that confidence that you can go out there and continue to adapt and learn these different track types and do what he did on Sunday at a super speedway or at a short track or at a mile and a half or whatever the case may be. I think the fact that he has continued to have that answer ready to go, like you mentioned, Brandon, I think shows just how seriously he's taking this, and that's been a big part of the conversation now. He has 3 wins, but he's still down in, I think, 26th in points, but he's third in the playoff grid because he's got all those playoff points now. So, again, we can get into the whole discussion about what that means about this format here. The reality of the situation is there are now, I think, 6 road courses on the Cup Series schedule. I think that's the number we've been at for the last several years. Don't hate the player, hate the game. He is working that schedule to his advantage and to Trackhouse's advantage as well. This is why they signed him. And as Matt White said on Grid Tonight on Wednesday, he was here to do a job, and he's doing that job incredibly well. And more power to him. And again, with where the Roval is, would not be shocked with how many playoff points he's racking up if he could potentially squeak into the round of 8. And from there, who knows? you just never know what's going to happen.
You know what? If he can do it, I say do it. I would be happy if we got a Matt Kenseth sort of scenario where, you know what? I'm going to take your system and work it right to a T because this is what we hired him for. And I'm talking not as Shane Van Gisbergen, but as Justin Marks. He's okay. We'll do that. We see your 2025 schedule. We raised you an SVG in the 88, and he's going to win in the last 5 weeks. He's going to win these amount of races there at Mexico, Chicago, and here in Sonoma. You're going to time up the Charlotte Roval just right, and then when he says all the left-handed ones, I have a theory that may not mean he has the confidence that he can win at any given oval. I just think he's out there to win at every single one. He doesn't. I think it's more of the I don't care which one it is. I just want to win at the next one.
Yeah, and to his credit, he also said during the press conference that he's not under the illusion, so to speak, that he's going to be able to go to Dover this week and lead 350 laps or whatever it is. And it's still going to be a challenge for him. He's still got a ways to go on these tracks. He's getting better at them as the year goes on. I think that much is undeniable as well.